Hi, I'm Paul Davis, founder of 54 Law. I'm a commercial property solicitor and I work with businesses when commercial property becomes part of the conversation, which, as it turns out, happens a lot more often than you'd think. Most business owners don't wake up in the morning thinking, do you know what, I really hope I get to speak to a solicitor today. You're focused on your customers, your team and what you've built. But at some point, something comes up. You're taking on a lease, you're buying a premises, you're expanding to a second location, or suddenly you've got an issue with the landlord. And usually that's the point at which most people realise they need a lawyer. And that's where I come in. My job is to help business owners understand the legal side of those decisions without the confusing language and unnecessary complexity. I specialise in commercial property. So that's things like buying and selling property, leasing, temporary occupation, perhaps raising finance using the property as security, or even a dispute with the landlord. In other words, the sorts of decisions that can have a big impact on your business. The reality is, these things often don't sit neatly within one box. A property issue can quickly turn into a finance question, an employment question, or sometimes even a dispute. Over the last 20 years, I've built a strong network of accountants, surveyors, and specialist lawyers. So if something falls outside of my area, I can put you in touch with the right people to solve that issue. I see myself as being more than the lawyer that you call when something's going wrong. I like to see myself as a trusted advisor to business owners. Somebody you can just pick up the phone to when you're facing an important decision and get some practical advice. So if you run a business and property is part of your journey, whether it's a first property or taking on a second, I'd love to have a conversation, because the right advice, the right time can make a big difference.